Passage 1, High School Starting Later to Help Sleepy Teens by Michelle Trudeau, NPR News. Paragraph 1. Most high schools begin their day around 7:30 a.m., which leaves many teens nodding off in the morning. In fact, at least 20% of high school students fall asleep in class on a typical day. The problem? Teenagers need a lot of sleep, about 9 hours each night, experts say, and most of them aren't getting enough. Paragraph 2. To help sleepy teens, some school districts have tried delaying the opening of high school day. Educational research Kayla Wallstrom from the University of Minnesota has been following districts to change their start times, tracking the effect of schools and students. The Minnesota School District, for example, changed its start time from 7:20 to 8:40, giving its 12,000 high school scholars an extra hour and 20 minutes each morning. Wallstrom says the students have benefited from the change. Paragraph 3. Students reported less depression when there was a later start time, she says, and teachers reported that students were more alert and ready for learning. Parents reported that their children were easier to live with because their emotions were more regulated. Paragraph 4. Additionally, Wallstrom found a decrease in the number of students who were dropping out of school or moving from school to school. Paragraph 5. According to the National Sleep Foundation, more than 80 school districts around the country have now made the change to start their high schools later. These districts range from large urban school districts such as Minneapolis and Denver to suburban districts such as Jessamine County in central Kentucky. In Jessamine County, paragraph 6, details discussion about starting their high schools later took place over a year and a half. All the stakeholders, parents, teachers, coaches, kids, transportation directors were included in the conversation. Eventually, a plan emerged. The district decided to flip the elementary school start time with the high school start time. Researchers show that younger kids aren't sleepy in the morning, unlike typical teenagers. Paragraph 7. So, in 2003, Jessamine County high schoolers started 50 minutes later. School District Supervisor Lou Young says the change has made a big impact at the high schools. Paragraph 8. We found that our students were more on time and in better attendance first period than they have been in the past, she says. Paragraph 9. For many school districts, a major obstacle in changing their start times is the cost and scheduling of buses. Some districts, however, have juggled their bus schedules without any additional expense. The West Des Moines School District in Iowa, for instance, was able to actually reduce the number of buses needed by changing their start times of all three tiers of their school system. Page 4. Paragraph 10. Kay Rosen, Director of Community Relations at the West Des Moines School District, says the switch gave the district a windfall of about $700,000 annually. Rosen adds that the potential savings was very appealing to the West Des Moines school community. Paragraph 11. It meant that the other potential cuts in programming or curriculum offerings would not occur, she says. Paragraph 12. Another challenge some school districts grapple with is the concern that after-school sports schedules would be affected by starting the high schools later. That was a central worry at the Matamindi School District in Minnesota. But a solution was found, said Superintendent Mark Wallach. Paragraph 13. The high school students agreed to shorten the number of minutes they take to get from one class to another, a delay called passing time. The result was that the high schoolers could start school later but end their day at the same time without disrupting the athletic schedule. Since 2005, first bell for the students has been 35 minutes later. Womack says parents were surveyed and they overwhelmingly endorsed the decision 5-1. Paragraph 14. Wallach adds that teachers especially wanted a change because they were concerned about student attendance and student readiness to learn that first period of the day. Paragraph 15. One of the antecedent findings was that we noticed better attendance and less students sleeping in class the first hour, Wallach says. Paragraph 16. Research on the sleep needs of adolescents and their ability to pay attention and learn in the early morning hours support Wallach's observations.